Hello again, and welcome to week three's lecture. Week three will cover, actually, week three is a combination of week three and four, which will cover chapters 7 and 8. This particular chapters will speak to leadership and management. I'm going to provide a lecture and go through some of the assignments or the assignments at the end as well. So in each class, I try to share a little food for thought just to kind of give some encouragement. Today it says leadership is not defined by position, but by influence. How do your daily habits, decisions, and interactions shape your leadership presence? That's a thought. This week, reflect on how intentional development and organizational culture intersect. That is your food for thought. Chapter 7 is speaks to professional development and leadership. Leadership is intentional and it's ongoing. Ask yourself, what are you doing outside of your class assignments and books, etc., um, to help streamline, learn, refine your leadership skills? If there is nothing, I think that you should make sure that you're adding something, whether that's a podcast, whether you're reading books, whether you're reading magazines, being intentional about refining your leadership skills and or learning them. Many leaders lack formal management training. Mentorship plays a huge and a critical role in leadership success. So, one, make sure that you're intentional about identifying resources that are helpful for you. You'll notice in this course, I am providing leadership tips. And then also notice that I speak largely about mentorship. I know that many of us are not we don't like to mentor. We don't see ourselves as mentor, but understand that that is the foundation of becoming a leader. In the MSW program, we have a peer mentoring um, program, and we ask our advanced students to mentor our generalist students. And so, if you're interested in that, make sure that you're reaching out so that you're refining your mentorship skills. And wouldn't it be nice to also ensure that you have a letter of recommendation from someone that you actually mentored? Mentorship approaches, there is traditional and then there's self directed leadership. On the job training is usually traditional, and then blended and integrated approaches where you are reading, learning skills, and then practicing them, whether that's in your internship, whether that's with your siblings, whether that's with friends. Another opportunity, like on the job training, is like to enroll in the peer mentoring program that we have here in the master's program to work on your skills. Effective mentorship and confidence. Terra model is the trust, expectation, rank, and autonomy model. It speaks to strong mentors, build relationships, and character, as well as confidence, supports ethical and effective leadership. If you lead with, I can't do it, I'm not good at it, I don't know anything, that's what you'll show up as. You want to always present with confidence, even if you're in the behind the scenes, your legs are shaking, you're just so anxious. Make sure you're leading with confidence. Productivity and self-care. Attention deficit traits, ADT, impacts leaders. Organization, prioritization, and list making improves focus. Some of us, we love list. We love our bullets. We love our sticky notes, while others of us just show up when we show up. A part of prioritizing, organizing, having these lists is having quality self care. Self care is a leadership responsibility, it's not a luxury. You must rest, you must create efficient methods to lead. And oftentimes that looks like list. It looks like writing things down. So productivity and self-care is very important as it relates to leadership. Chapter 8 speaks to managing organizational functions. Leaders manage staff, budgets, planning, and culture. Let me say that again. Leaders manage staff, budgets, planning, and culture. Organizational culture shapes behavior and expectations. So if you're leading an organization or an agency, the culture that you cultivate within that organization, that agency, that company is how your staff, your employees, your admin, everyone will respond. That's the expectation that which you have created. So if you created expectation of coming in late, not completing assignments, not responding to clients or consumers, that is the culture the leader has created. If you think back to your best leader, what were some of the skills that they had and what was the culture they cultivated? And then on the flip side, if you look at your worst leader, your worst supervisor, boss, what did that look like? What type of culture did they cultivate? Organizational culture and professionalism. Culture reflects values, mission, and philosophy. For instance, professionalism includes respect, ethics, and accountability. Some of us do not like accountability. We run from it, we take it personal, we become defensive. Accountability is a simple, hey, you knew this was happening and this is the consequence to that. It's a simple, you said you would do this, I need you to do that, please. Always welcome accountability. It may feel like it's an attack, but just know that you're growing up, you're maturing, you're becoming a quality leader when you can accept accountability without becoming defensive. Leaders model expected behaviors. Oftentimes, a leader should display what they expect. If you're a person that's critical of everything, this wasn't right, that wasn't right, the I wasn't dotted, the T wasn't crossed, then the expectation is that you're operating in that manner. And if you're not, stand down. Remember, no one's perfect. So don't expect perfection from others. Don't expect perfection from those that are close to you, from those who you work with. Always allow opportunities for growth, motivation, and managing skills. Cynicism and complacency affects performance. Leaders address root causes and validates staff experiences. Conflict is not dysfunction. Poor handling creates dysfunction. A lot of people run from conflict. They don't want to deal with it. They just don't want to deal with it. They run away from it, ignore it, act like it's not happening. You have to deal with dysfunction. It festers, it leaks, it infects. Sometimes conflict is good, it's necessary, it supports accountability. So, welcome the conflict. And remember, sometimes you think something is going to be terrible. Oh my God, this is going to be horrible. And oftentimes it isn't. Key leadership skill sets. Human resources and supervision helps with leadership sets. For instance, budgeting and financial management is important. If you are not doing well budgeting your finances personally, sometimes it's difficult to budget and work on finances for a company or an agency. You want to make sure that you're working hard with those skills professionally so that it then leaks over um, in your company or in other spaces. Communication, marketing, and external relations are also important. Communication is very important. If you're wanting to establish healthy communication skills, read often, read more, challenge yourselves to expand your vocabulary. That helps with widening your communication. And sometimes you have to over explain things rather than under. This week's assignments for week 3, professional development plan is due, as well as a reflection assignment on your leadership strengths and growth areas. Also, you have a week 4 assignment that is a discussion and a case study One focuses on managing organizational functions and culture, and then you're going to develop your brief plan aligned with your professional goals. So there should be 2 week 3 assignments and 2 week 4 assignments, also accompanied by a rubric. If there are any questions or concerns, review the assignments or the instructions within Canvas. Then email me with the course title and the subject line. Reach out early. Do not wait until the last minute. That allows the opportunity for you to send a second nudge if necessary. That is not my goal, but just if necessary. And then you have the opportunity to reach out during my office hours. My response time is 48 hours. If you need to speak with me outside of my office hours, do not worry. Just send me a message and I will definitely work with you. Have a fantastic third and fourth week. I will probably still create a video next week just as a check in. However, this lecture serves as week 3 and 4's course content. Thank you.